Bitcoin is giving us right now early signs of a potential breakout happening today, exactly as I predicted yesterday. And now Ethereum does the same thing. We're approaching $4,000. I will show you what that means, not only for Ethereum, and what effect that will have on Bitcoin and altcoins. So you should definitely not miss out on today's episode. And of course, I will show you again here so much more charts that I have prepared, so much content that we have to get through. And of course, I did not forget that we also talk about new trade setups. All of this and more in this episode. Let's go. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Monday. So cannot believe that it's again Monday. Time is just running like crazy. So we start off with the DXY here pre-market before the US market is open. The DXY is running currently to the upside a little bit. I think that will change really quickly once we are approaching the opening of US markets here and turn slightly around, most likely pulling back that whole move here to 97.5 points here. Sorry guys, I'm still a little bit tired. Super early here for me, and I slept not really well last night. Don't know why. Just fell asleep super late. But I'm here. Yeah, so DXY, nothing really special, but I see definitely here a continuation to the downside. So there we potentially form here W pattern is not really worrying me right now. We could potentially reach a 99 points if during the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, Powell, first of all, will most likely not cut rates, but if he is also not announcing cutting rates in September, that could lead to a spike here to 99 points, from where we obviously then also pull to the downside again. Now, for Bitcoin, on the weekly chart, I told you, learn and behold, if we close here above that mid-range level, we're gonna stay above that for this week and gonna get continuation. So we saw early signs of that earlier, and I'm gonna get into that here in a moment. So here on this weekly chart, instead of pumping here by already today, crazy to the upside, it looks like that we are consolidating around $119,000 to $120,000 right now. Once we are breaking $120,000, we're gonna trigger a massive short squeeze, most likely sending us up into a new all-time high. I'm gonna show you in a moment from where and why I believe this is going to happen. Also here on our bullish pennant, we got a clear breakout yesterday. Right now we're pulling back a little bit, but again, once again, we are getting here above $120,000. We will push past these resistance areas and move here into the technical target all the way up to $132,000. The same with the falling wedge pattern. Also here, clear breakout. We're above the golden ratio at $118,100. As long as that level is holding, we're always gonna get here a bounce and continuation into higher levels. So here's something that I wanted to show you also on the daily chart. I forgot that the other day with the EMA ribbon. That move to the downside that we got here, that fake out, look where it stopped. It stopped one layer, one string before the midsection. This is extremely bullish when something like this happens. Not only that we went into the EMA ribbon, but in the same candle came back out of it and then continued to ride the ribbon. It was super obvious to me that when we're moving away from the ribbon here with the price, that at some point the ribbon has to catch up or price has to come back down. This is the same with the moving averages. When price moves too far away from a moving average or from an EMA ribbon or something like that, or from a super trend, it doesn't matter. The price always comes back when we start moving too far away. Here on the 1 hourly chart, so you got yesterday a super clean entry. I think that, when was that? So 6 hours ago, yeah. So yeah, basically in the middle of the night, my night at least, depending where you are, it would have been maybe still early evening. So there was definitely a chance to catch that here. If you would have entered from there, you would be still up here over 1%. Today on the high, you would have been up over 2%. Here, nothing really to see. I'm going to show it to you now. We are just retesting support. Look at this here. Currently, that level is support. Stochastic already at the bottom. RSI going still could go lower here, but in the next 40 minutes, either it will bounce already within that candle or the following candle will just straight go back up. There was no news event, nothing. This is just a liquidation hunt why we are seeing this right now. No escalation, nothing. Geopolitically, that is causing that. So here, that is a good entry point right now if you missed the overall entry from down there, and you would be still looking at almost a almost a 4% move to the upside, 3.76% here. To scalp this into $123,200, which would be a new all-time high. So if you want to take that trade, guys, you can here use BloFin for that, where I also have real big trades going on. You get up to $5,000 in sign-up and deposit bonuses. And I want to mention here again, if you deposit at least $500 and have signed up with my link, I'm gonna add you to my private trading group, where I'm up now over $2,000 on the challenge account from $500 to $10,000. And you're not too late to enter this right now with $500. So simple steps, use the link in the chat, in the description, there the link, then deposit $500, then reach out on Telegram or on Twitter to my personal account, and me or my team will then add you to that group. On the 4-hourly chart, here you see the same line, simple retest of support resistance. Let me actually write this here. Support, resistance. So there, that is where I put this. So once that is now confirmed as support by bouncing off here back to the upside, the next level would be $121,300. Here, really important to mention that is what I said yesterday. I said we need the 20 moving average start to move away from the 50. If we are not seeing that, then most likely we're going to turn down. Now you see here the 20 is starting to move away, and what we want to see in the best case scenario is then the 20 comes closer to the price again, and then of course price not going below the 20 moving average. So but yeah, 20 away from the 50 moving average, that's what we are hopefully seeing here. The overall line out that I gave yesterday about what I believe how the market's going to move here is spot on. Right now we moved here up, came back, coming now a little bit down. Worst case what I see here is $118,400. That was prior resistance. Yeah, retest would make sense here if we come down, but we can also technically already turn around from here and go to the top section of $120,500. When that level is broken, again, you see here already one of the confluence areas why we're going to get a short squeeze, and that is here this huge sell block that we are seeing here. Also on the MDX algo scalp gradients, you see here we moved now in a more heated phase. We're here in pinkish red candles right now, but here the parabolic move for Bitcoin, something like this here, is what I'm waiting for right now. So this could take another 12 to 16 hours where we just consolidate and form something like a bull flag on the 1 hourly chart, and then you get actually later when the US market is open, a push into higher levels. I will answer soon the chats when we get to altcoins. I see it, so don't think that I'm not seeing that. Yeah, then liquidation levels. We started liquidating the over-leveraged liquidity that is hanging above us, and we are also not far away from taking the rest out. So here again, confluence, $120,500 here around that level. Once we are taking that out, short squeeze straight to $121,700, $122,000 approximately. We got luckily here a nice consolidation around the 50 moving average, and then a convincing move away from it. And that was also something that I personally wanted to see here unfolding, so that we can be sure that we are getting the continuation that we were waiting for. Then here, let me just refresh that really quick. The liquidation heat map shows you, again, $120,500 as the major area of interest for market makers to move the price up. So we just got rejected from $120,000. The simple reason is for that this is a psychological number. It's a round number. Every single time when we have round numbers, market is reacting to that. Nothing really crazy about this. So once that move is here done to the downside, expect that we get a bounce. We're going to turn around and go for the liquidity stacked here, which again will trigger the short squeeze that I talked about to roughly $122,000. You have another major indication for that, and that is that when we are reaching $121,000, that, oh wait, where was that? Yeah, $121,000, that $1 billion worth of shorts will also get liquidated. So when so much shorts get liquidated in the market, that creates short-term a vacuum, because one side is now way out of balance than the other one, and that means prices just pushing to the upside. So it can basically wick to the upside in that scenario, but I think it will be a sustained move, and not that we get like a massive wick when we are liquidating all these shorts here across all exchanges. The Bitcoin dominance also moving it to the downside today. And nothing has changed from what I said yesterday. Once we're breaking here that low, you're going to get a massive red candle to the downside below finally 60%. So once we're breaking 60%, altcoins will just go absolutely crazy. And some of them started to do that already. So if you want to trade altcoins, guys, most of my altcoins are still traded on Bybit. Also there you'll find the link in the description below and in the pin comment below once I'm done with the stream. And you get there up to $30,000 in deposit and sign-up bonuses, plus a debit card if you are eligible with your country. So also go and check that out. The debit card is 20% cashback right now. On the total free market cap, we are approaching here one more time now the upper end of the overall resistance. We were already above that today with $10 billion. So once we are getting here a closed candle, even around the current level or slightly above that, the next coming days will be absolutely insane for us. Absolutely insane, where we are going to attempt to break the all-time high on total free and then potentially go straight for a new one. And that will reflect, of course, in altcoins, which are here excluded, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, also the others chart broke out, which is excluding the top 10 coins. Here we broke above $288 billion. Now the next target here is 362 more or less. So there is another 60 billion that will be added only in altcoins, excluding the top 10 coins. So we can have a look quick. Coin market cap. What are the top 10 coins right now? I did not look actually in a long time. What are the top ones? Yeah, so here Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, Dogecoin, Tron, Cardano, and Hyperliquid, all excluded, and everything below. Yeah, across these coins. Will $60 billion then be distributed and put into the market. So, and that will of course lead to a massive jump yeah, in altcoins. Then the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is not slowing down at all. So I will be not surprised, first of all, to see $4,000 for Ethereum this week, potentially even today. We were really close already earlier, and to see here move to the 0.035 Bitcoin level for one Ethereum. So this is absolutely insane, the strength that this chart here has. But I mentioned it yesterday, Ethereum has to do a lot of catch up in terms of how Bitcoin moved, because Bitcoin had already multiple new all-time highs. Ethereum is not even really close to the all-time high yet. Ethereum is still around 25 to 30% away from its prior all-time high. So this is quite yeah, a path to walk here before we are going to reach that. And I think when we are getting there into a new all-time high for Ethereum, we will be close to 0.04 Bitcoin for one Ethereum. I think once we break that level, Ethereum will be at a new all-time high. Then Ethereum itself, so we have now broken above that last line of defense, basically, of resistance from the bears at $3,875. If we can hold that level over today and close the daily candle above that, then worst case by tomorrow we are approaching $4,000. It will happen really quickly now. Otherwise, any move back into that area from 3,820 to 3,875, that is an area from where I would open a long position right now. If you were not able to do it yesterday when I actually called it, then this is your last chance to get in before this is taking off. Wyckoff reaccumulation pattern, don't need to talk about this here. So we are here in that. I'm just going to show you quick. We are here in that section right now. In that section where you're going to get that move here above that resistance, above $4,000. Then we're going to start consolidating, and then you get a move into a new all-time high. So this will take a couple of weeks, guys. You know, this will not happen overnight. This will definitely take, I would say, a month approximately, and that's when we're going to see that. Solana back in that pullback box that I had given you guys. Also here, from here, I would just blindly long right now, especially when I look here. Okay, maybe not blindly. Here, the 1 hourly chart, currently pulling a little bit back. We could pull back here 2%. Again, if you want to be sure to not be sidelined, I would enter now and not use more than like 10x leverage. That's what I would do if you're currently not in Solana, because like a 10% drop, I don't see it happening right now. So that would be to $176 approximately. Don't see Solana pulling back like that with all the strength in the market. And also here on the daily chart, so we bottomed out and the RSI is going up. There's no reason to be concerned, especially while we have flipped here that old resistance into support now at $187. So then let's have a quick look here in the chat, because I got here a paid chat. Do you think Dogecoin is going to rally? Yeah, Dogecoin definitely is going to rally. I will have a quick look at that on, I think, this chart. Dogecoin. So Optimism did already rally. I also gave you that one a couple of days ago. 2 days ago, I think, is when I talked about that. And also Injective was, again, I think just yesterday, also running. So Dogecoin. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, so first of all, Dogecoin broke this downward sloping trend line. Doesn't matter how you draw that. Can maybe make, let's see, can you make an argument for this line? Yeah, so that is technically a good moment to long it, but because the stochastic is here overextended and the RSI is pointing down, we could come back down here to like 24 cents. So that's like, what is this? 4 hourly chart. Yeah, just around 1%. Would I wait for that? I would not particularly wait now for a pullback like that for 1%. You know, that doesn't make a difference for me. If you really want to wait for something, then what I would be waiting for is a 30-minute close above that downward sloping trend line to enter here trade. But yeah, if Dogecoin would definitely rally, especially once Ethereum has fully confirmed the 3,875 level as support. So, and you see here we spiked already quite a bit up here, 3% or something. Once we're breaking 25 cents, you're going to get another God candle to the upside, similar what we have seen here prior. A couple of weeks back. So the same will happen here again. Yeah, it was roughly a week ago. So now let me continue. I'm gonna go back. So then TON. So TON is one of the runners today. You see here just 1.44% over the day, but look since yesterday how this was running. And that's why I'm not looking always, when I look personally for coins, they're running that I want to trade over the day. I'm not always looking particular at coins that are already up 4%, 10%. Yes, they're running today, but maybe I can find something like TON where we have not broken here a crucial resistance level and we are around 1% up on that coin over the day. But between yesterday and today, we are, for example, up 10%. So that is still a strong coin. You know, that is something that I'm interested in, especially when I see that the coin is about to break crucial resistance, where it can potentially get a pump, a nice pump to the upside, and immediately take profit. You know, so in the last bull run, I sometimes open a trade, and within 10 minutes, the coin moved 6-7%. I was out. You know, I was like, shit, that should take the whole day. That happened in like 5 minutes. You know, so, and this is actually the full-blown alt season that we are waiting for, which is going to happen when Ethereum makes a new all-time high. Then you're going to see that happening, and like I said, most likely will happen next week at some point. So here for TON, if you were not able to catch that from down here, where I told you guys yesterday, get in there, then you have to wait for $3.47 to be broken. Once that is broken and confirmed support, you're going to get also here a massive candle to the upside. If you're looking for a juicy entry, then in the best case scenario, you get $3.34, $35, but it's a gamble, in my opinion, that you get it. Because while everything is going down, price is holding up quite well here over the last 4 hours already. So it might be at some point today, it will just go. Then XRP, also one of the coins that is running already for a while here over the last couple of days. Look here, on Friday, we were 10% down, and that we are up now again. Any pullback to $3.23, good area to enter. If you don't get this, so again, I would not particularly wait now to get into coins. I would be risk on, because at any given moment, they can just start flying. Especially when you see here that we go past $3.41. Ethereum XRP should be definitely flying close to its new all-time high at $3.66. Then Sui, you still have here a good chance to enter before you get the next bigger move into the technical target here of $6.50. Here you just want to wait another 23 minutes basically that we close the 4-hourly candle and see that the next candle is starting out in green, pushing away from $4.23, and then you can enter this, and you will not miss a lot of the profits if you would wait for a move like this here. You will still make roughly 50% to $6.50. And again, I believe that this will happen really, really quickly. It will maybe take a week, and then I see Sui around that level. Let me have a look here in the chat. Better wait for retests now. Yeah, on some coins, definitely, you have to wait for retests. Let's fucking go, Alex. Love your work, buddy. Yeah, thank you really much. Really, really appreciate that. So let me have a look here on Injective, because maybe Injective is something that we can still trade today. Whoa, no, that looks already like that. This is also, yeah. Don't chase the pump, guys. Don't chase the pump. Next level where I would enter Injective is when we flip $16.45, or if we come back to $15.45. So these are the two levels from where I would enter here Injective. Otherwise, let it run. Here in between, you are not longing this. You're either long that here nicely from support or from a resistance that is being broken. But look here at the RSI, stochastic, everything is flying right now. So it can keep flying like that, but I would need $16.45 to be broken, which is another 2% to the upside. I think here, yeah, let's also have a look here if you can find an entry on Optimism. That doesn't look that shabby. So if you want to have here a day trade with Optimism, 83.5 cents is the level to look out for, or if we move here back to 80 cents, these two levels. Otherwise, it will keep consolidating in that bull flag until it breaks, and the target is around 90 cents. So that is actually a nice day trade, depending on which side is breaking first, that you can take here. So that is for a day trade. Let me see. From here, technical target. Yeah, the target would be around 92 cents approximately. But around 90 cents is where I would take profit on that trade. Yeah, but Optimism really strong today. Next one, AVAX is also something that we should have a look at, because it also keeps moving in direction here of the $40 mark. Here, look from where I gave that to you. Here at $17.71 is from where I entered that. Up here 50%. Since when? In 20 days. So still really good trade. Any pullback here to $25 roughly is a re-entry for me. Or when we break $27.85, then also you can take here that trade setup, and it will still give you a nice juicy profit here of over 30%. Yeah, roughly here, roughly 30% to $36. $36 will come really quickly once the $27.83 level is broken. Then there you're gonna get here a straight pump past $30 in my opinion. And here on the daily chart also stochastic going to the upside with buy signal, MACD looking bullish, RSI a little bit pulling back here right now, but not much. But this is because we are also here at a temporary resistance. Oh yes, say is something that I wanted to have a look at, because I saw some friends logging that today. I feel already my voice is going away, so I have to be a little bit careful with that and drink more water. So let's have a look here. Where is... Okay, you know what? Screw that. I'm gonna do that like this. Same. Yes. Oh yeah, we are getting close to the breakout from that bull flag. And then the next target is this resistance area here from 48 to 51.6 cents. So let me actually see here, bull flag. So yeah, and so if I take it conservatively, then you see this is already going to like 48.6 cents to the upside. And so, and that is a really juicy move here. A 40% move on a daily chart. So of course this will take a little bit. It's not in a day that I see say making a move like that. But over the next week or two, definitely, you know, put 5x leverage on that. You make 200% in 2 weeks, which is yeah, really, really, really good. Let me have a look here. HBAR is also something that I can have a look at, but I'm not sure if I did charting here. Oh, I did. Also here we are above 23.4 cents. That was the perfect entry in my opinion. You see here that we got already a move from that W down here. So here that neckline of the W was broken. We broke already out. We are close to target. We're not far away from the target here. Yeah, 33.5. So this is like a 15% move to the upside. So but from the current price, this is okay. You still have 17%. Not that bad, not that bad. So what you want to look here at is that we are holding 27.5. So every pullback to 27.5 cents would be for me a level from where I would open a new position or add to my position and trade this then with the continuation to the technical target that I had just shown. So we are here now, 27 minutes. So I'm going to stick here for another minute or two. Let me have a look at LDO. So here, another coin where you're not too late. Really important, guys. Watch Lido. We're about to break here the neckline of the W pattern. The target is $1.71. So here, massive, massive move coming in Lido. That might be the next coin that I personally will be longing here, because not a lot of coins are still below the neckline of the W pattern. And these are the coins that I want to long right now, because here's a 46.5% move, and only to the downward sloping trend line, we are looking at an 18.7% move to the upside. So if I would count here that this is happening today or tomorrow, almost 20%. So this is for me my next trade. This is the next trade that I'm gonna take personally here with nice higher low and everything. Yeah, that's what I want to look at. Guys, I'm gonna run. I will be back tonight again with another stream, most likely. Maybe a friend is coming. He did not state clearly yet if he's coming or not, so I have to see what's going on with that. But if he's not coming, I will be back tonight with another stream. So don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I see you with more money tonight.